Hello YouTubies, this is Freddy Hotes and thank you for watching this YouTube video. I've noticed really recently that Stephen Moffat has got a knighthood. Now everybody knows in the Doctor Who community and the Sherlock Holmes community, of course, who Stephen Moffat is for some reason. He's a writer for the BBC. He's done a number of different plays, etc., a number of different scripts for Doctor Who, and you name it. He's also the executive producer of Doctor Who, and I'm questioning the sanity of the world, really. I'm trying to figure out what exactly he's done to deserve a knighthood. I'm pretty sure that to get a knighthood, you have to do something spectacular, or at least you should have to do something really spectacular. How about, finding a way to land man on Mars or something, or create an amazing spaceship that could do that, or maybe a teleportation device, or maybe cure a disease, or whatever. Maybe that deserves a knighthood. But writing a couple of good scripts for Doctor Who, because it's popular. Of course, because it's popular. Does he deserve a knighthood? Well, I actually believe that somebody like Russell T Davies was better at the payoff than Stephen Moffat. But then again, I mean, I'd like Doctor Who, but there's other writers and producers involved there. It's not just his work. It's never just been his work. In fact, by giving them a knighthood, what you're really doing is saying that the whole of Doctor Who experience has been because of Stephen Moffat, and it's not. There's been many good things about Doctor Who, and it's not all down to Stephen Moffat. In fact, some of the things he's done has been a little bit naff in places, but then again, so has Russell T Davies' work. Some of it hasn't been that on par on what it should actually be. It is a question on how the Queen actually thinks. I mean, no offense to anybody out there, but I've not really noticed nowadays a difference between. This is not directed at the new knighthoods, by the way, but the old knighthoods. I've not noticed a difference between those with on the Queen's honour list and the people being charged with, being paedophiles. This is the amazing thing. She basically had the whole register on her honour list, and that's not my imagination. A lot of them are being charged for that sort of stuff, which is amazing because obviously, the predators go there. I know Stephen Moffat isn't involved in any of that because this is more like a teen drama or even an adult drama. It's for everybody, and it's not really for children, really, when you think about young children. But I see the point. I mean, he does good work. I've enjoyed it. But is it acceptable for a knighthood? And I question it. I mean, part of me that wants to be on the show would say, I better not insult Stephen Moffat here because he'll never like me again. I'm never going to be the Doctor on Doctor Who if I do this. So I'll just say, absolutely, and just lick his butt out, and just say, yeah, he deserves a knighthood. But another part of me actually thinks, well, not really, because he hasn't done enough. He's been there for 5 years. He's had reduced seasons, reduced amount of episodes. He's not really handled the Doctor Who experience as well as other producers of the show. Let's not forget that. And sometimes some of the payoffs have not been particularly good. But on the other hand, he has been enjoyable to actually be a part of the Doctor Who community. But I think he's just more promoted. I think he's been better promoted than any other producer of the show. If Russell T Davies was around nowadays, doing Doctor Who, he would have got the knighthood because of the popularity of the show. I actually think that Stephen Moffat's influence on the production value has lessened the Doctor Who experience, but there has been some really good episodes. For instance, The Doctor's Wife is almost pitch perfect. It's one of my favorite episodes ever. But then again, there's also been, the snowman episode where Clark walks up those stairs towards the TARDIS. That was classic. I loved that, and that was Stephen Moffat's imagination. And there's been other episodes like that that have been a delight to actually watch, and it's been hard sometimes to actually determine which is my favorite episode. So for creativity, probably not. Probably not really. It's good. It's enjoyable. I understand people might say, yeah, you should get one because he does Doctor Who. It's good. The thing he does is good, but it's not enough. He hasn't been there for long enough, for instance, and he needs to do more work, and he needs to be better structured. His management of Doctor Who hasn't been particularly good. His writing has been okay. The production value has been good, but that's also the credit of other producers within the show. I mean, for instance, I wouldn't even say people, talk about Mark Gatiss as if he's the savior or something. And personally, I found some of his episodes to be a bit dull, but then again, I found other episodes to be quite entertaining. In fact, one episode, after I'd really criticized him about one particular episode previous, was just wonderful to watch. And then I found out to my horror that Mark Gatiss actually did that episode himself. So it's hard to actually determine whether somebody should get an honours list, should be knighted for this. But I think a knighthood, if I'm being brutally honest, and if the Queen really wants people to take these seriously, I think a knighthood should be saved for people who make a big difference. And the truth of the matter is, the Doctor Who experience has not just been down to Stephen Moffat. It's been down to you fans out there on the internet, all the people out there who have promoted Doctor Who, all the people on YouTube who have spoken about it, made sure it's been a raging success, and all the other producers have done a good job, and I think Stephen Moffat should let other writers come in now and again to do their work, so it doesn't get too stale. But he's not the perfect candidate for an honours list. But then again, he got one, so I mean, there's not much I can do about that. I say congratulations. Now let me be the next Doctor. Anyway, thank you for watching. I just wanted to get that off my chest because, I'm not saying that you shouldn't get it, but I think the honours list has been downgraded quite a lot. And also, I don't really take the royal family that seriously. That's another thing, unless they give me a knighthood. If you're going to give me a knighthood, then I might take it very seriously. And then I might actually make a video saying how great it is to have a knighthood. Yeah, I might do that. Anyway, Freddie Hote signing out. Hope you enjoyed the video, and Doctor Who is about to start again. Yeah, that's another thing. It's not far off now. It's about bloody time.